name is Caroline Kraft, and I'm a senior at Grove City College. I was born on December 7th, 1989, and I might have missed church on Sunday, December 10th that year, but that might have been the only time growing up. My parents were Christians, and everyone that I knew around me was a Christian. And so I was always in Sunday school and at church, and I did vacation Bible school. And to me, Christian was kind of a title for people who were nice and good, but I knew that it was a good thing to be a Christian. And when I was about 10 years old, I realized that just because my parents called themselves Christians, that didn't mean I was one. So I talked to my dad and asked him to explain a little bit more to me about what it meant to be a Christian. And he told me that it was more than just being good and nice, but it was about trusting Jesus and putting my faith in him so that I could have a relationship with God. And so I thought that sounded like a good thing and something that I would want to have. And so that night I prayed with my dad to trust Christ and put my faith in him. But nothing really changed about my life at that point. I still was focused on being good, and I was only 10, so my way of doing that was by obeying my parents, getting good grades in school, and minding my manners. I would pray my bedtime prayers, but that was really all. And so nothing really changed about my life. But when I was 13, I was at summer camp, and I realized that I'd missed something really important about being a Christian, and that was asking the question, why? Like, why should I need to put my faith in Jesus, and why would God want to be in a relationship with me? Like, what was the point? So I talked to my counselor, and she kind of told me that even though I was focused on doing all these good things, nothing I could do was ever going to be good enough because Jesus was perfect, and I couldn't be in a relationship with God unless I was perfect also. And all the bad things that I had been doing, like even little things like lying or just like not obeying my parents, separated me from God, and I couldn't be in a relationship with him without Jesus. So by putting my faith in him, that's how I could be connected to God and be in that relationship. And after that point, my faith and being a Christian really had purpose in my life and kind of became real to me. And I knew it was more than just being a good person. And my life obviously wasn't perfect after that, though. I still struggled a lot with thinking that I could do things on my own and just trying harder and harder to do things and thinking that I was strong enough and smart enough. And I only really needed God and faith in Christ or trusting Christ for big decisions instead of like everyday little things. I could handle those on my own. But when I was a freshman in college, I found out that I had hip dysplasia, and I was going to have a surgery where they would break my hip in 3 places and move my hip and screw it all back together. That kind of ruined my plans. I'd already planned out what I wanted to do for the summers in college and what I was going to do after college, and so I kind of thought, all right, God, like this isn't really part of my plan, but I'm strong enough and I can handle this, so let's do it. And last summer I did have the surgery, and I was completely wrong. I couldn't handle it on my own, and I wasn't strong enough, but that was when God just really showed me his love for me and how his strength is greater than mine. He showed me how faithful he is to me every day. I just had to completely rely on him every day for healing and recovery and strength to do even little things like eating lunch. And so through that experience, God just really showed how much he loves me and how even though I'm not good enough or strong enough or smart enough to do things on my own, he is good enough, strong enough, and smart enough and is always there for me.